Hey, everybody, I hope you all are doing well and welcome back to Michael's Matters. And of course, I am Michael. Hi, hello. And today we are launching a new series of videos that are going to be a bit cut down. So, really, a shorter version of the standard videos that we put out. And I think we're going to call them Mini Michael's Matters. Maybe Michael's Matters Minis. I'm not sure yet, but we'll call it one of those. Now, either way, it is no secret that the Social Security program, whether it is the Social Security Retirement, Social Security Survivors, Social Security Disability SSDI, SSI, and really all the other versions of the Social Security program, they are one of the most popular programs in the history of the United States. But according to the Daily Mail, in an interview with the Washington Post or the WAPO, a dean from Tulane University brings up the point that in his view, Social Security does not help everybody equally, at least not in terms of outcomes. So today I want to talk a little bit about who does actually benefit from Social Security benefits and who sort of gets left out from the full extent of benefits that are available. Now, this is the mini Michael's Matters. And before we get down to the video, if you like these videos, if you find them interesting, if you find them helpful, or hey, if you at least find them useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe because it does really help the channel to grow, and we are so thankful for that. But also because you get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. All right, now let's get down to the video. So in an interview with the Washington Post, the dean of the Tulane University School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine out of New Orleans, oh, man, with a title like that, you gotta be somebody, right? Thomas Levis brings up the fact that although Social Security is a program designed to help all Americans during their retirement, it doesn't actually help them all equally. Specifically, he mentions the fact that workers doing the same job, working for the same length of time, and retiring at the exact same age could have overall lifetime benefits from Social Security that are vastly different simply because of one of these hypothetical people being white and the other being not. What he means by this is that even when the benefits are the same, and all things being equal, because white Americans have a higher life expectancy on average, they have a longer period of time to claim Social Security benefits than other non-white Americans, primarily blacks. And this has an inequitable outcome that causes big disparities in lifetime income between different races. He also goes on to mention that he doesn't think that Social Security is a racist institution, but just simply that it has inequitable outcomes because of these health inequities, and it's a good way to demonstrate how that operates. End quote. So let's do a little bit of unpacking for this statement to really look at how this affects Americans on Social Security benefits. Luckily, Social Security and other health organizations really do track a lot of this information, and so we can get a real glimpse at what the numbers look like for this. First, let's look at what is the life expectancy of white Americans if they do actually live longer than non-white Americans. This is the basis of the dean's statement that because white Americans are able to receive Social Security benefits longer, they ultimately get more money than black Americans. I mean, when you think about it, this definitely makes a lot of sense. And in fact, it's sort of obvious. Because let's say if we have two people who start getting Social Security benefits at the exact same time, let's say at their full retirement age, maybe 66 years old, and we take the average Social Security benefit for a person who is at the age of 66 years old from 2022 in December, that was at $1,719.85. So if we take that information and apply it to the life expectancy charts for white Americans, for Hispanics, and for non-Hispanic black Americans and Asians, we can see that the life expectancy, again, on average, is going to be highest for non-Hispanic Asians at 21.9 years life expectancy over the age of 65. So once they hit 65, they're going to have 21.9 years of life expectancy left. Then for Hispanics, that is at 19.3 years left over after they turn 65. And for white Americans, that's at 18.3 years after 65. And then lastly, for non-Hispanic blacks, that's at 16.5 years. So there's obviously a disparity there in life expectancy. If we want to put that into numbers, we can see that if all other things are being equal, and each person on average is getting the average Social Security benefit for a 66-year-old at $1,719.85 a month, when we multiply that out, we can see really what the total lifetime income difference for Social Security benefits are, and it actually ends up being quite a big difference. For white Americans, their average life expectancy at 65 is an additional 18.3 years, or 219.6 months of benefits. This in total comes out to $377,679.06 in benefits over a lifetime. So that's going to be our comparison line. Now, the highest lifetime benefit out of all the different groups that we're going to look at are going to be for non-Hispanic Asians who have a lifespan of 21.9 years over 65 years old, or 262.8 months of benefits. When we average that out for them, that means that those benefits over their lifetime come out to $451,976.58 in benefits, or 19.67% more than white Americans. Then there is the Hispanic group, who have a life expectancy of an additional 19.3 years, or a totality of 231.6 months of Social Security benefits. And when we calculate that out for lifetime benefits, that comes out to $398,317.26, or 5.46% more than the average white American. And then for African Americans, or for blacks, with a life expectancy of 16.5 years over 65 years old, it means that they would get 198 months of Social Security benefits. And when we multiply that out, it comes out to $340,530.30, or about 9.84% lower than white Americans. So those numbers seem to add up when we look at just African Americans, or blacks, versus white Americans. So when we look at the average numbers of what the Dean of Tulane is saying, it really does kind of add up. We see that there really is a large discrepancy in benefits for Americans based on their life expectancy that can vary pretty dramatically by race. Of course, the big question is, and I don't have the answer to it, is how can these gaps be closed up? There's always going to be a difference ad infinitum, not just race, but also gender. Women live much longer than men. So, in this equation, they would actually still have more benefits. Or non-US born citizens versus US born citizens, or heck, people who ride pedal bikes versus people who ride e-bikes have a different life expectancy. I almost ran over 3 of them the other day. So all these things can have a big impact on life expectancy. But the point that he is getting at is that the complex mixture of race, cultural, and social factors, as well as geographic and economic and educational factors, they all compile in to create life expectancy. And if these are improved, one of the best ways that we will be able to tell that these things are improving is looking at Social Security benefits and how long by race each person is taking them on average. In my head, the current structure that focuses on equality of opportunity, I think, is a pretty good start. But when it gets to that equality of outcomes, that's where things start to get a little tricky. So, all right, so that's it for today's mini Michael's Matters. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, if you found it interesting, if you found it helpful, or hey, if you at least found it useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because it does really help the channel to grow. And we are so thankful for that. But also, you get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. So for this mini Michael's Matters, I'm Michael, hoping that you take care of yourself, take care of others, and have a happy, healthy